Good morning and Jai Hind, children. Welcome back to chemistry class. Children, I hope you have done the homework that I gave you yesterday. Most of you have done it. I have seen it in the group. So children, now we are continuing with the chapter that is changes around us. So please open your book. Open this chapter, changes around us. We'll continue with this chapter. Okay. So yesterday we have talked about physical and chemical changes. We have seen what is physical change and what is chemical change. So in a physical change, what happens? No new substances formed. Whereas in a chemical change, new substances are formed. Alright. In physical change, internal structure does not change. Whereas in a chemical change, internal structure also changes. Alright. So we have also seen the differences between physical and chemical change. So children, you will learn the difference between physical and chemical change. This is your homework. So you will learn the difference between physical and chemical changes that is given in your book. Okay. So now today children, we will continue with the chapter. I'll again revise that topic, that is change, like what are the changes that when two substances are mixed together, that we will see, and we will see some more examples of physical and chemical changes. Alright. So children, I hope everybody is ready. Now I'm going to share the chapter PDF and we'll also see the PowerPoint and we'll continue with the study. Okay. So in the previous class, that was yesterday, we have seen the differences between physical and chemical change. Children, this is your homework. This is very important and you will learn these differences between physical and chemical change. Okay. In Zoom class, whenever we are meeting again, I will ask you the difference between physical and chemical change. Okay. Now let's again revise this topic, that is changes when different substances are mixed. So children, we have seen the example of salt and water mixture. Okay. So when we are mixing salt and water, we know that. So let me again show you the PPT. So the same figure we are talking about here. So when we are mixing salt and water, okay, we know that we can easily again separate out the salt and we can again get a water by the process of boiling. Okay, so if we are having a mixture of salt and water, what we will do? We will boil it. The water will be converted into vapor. Okay, and the salt will remain at the bottom. So we have separated salt and water. Okay, and the water that is converted into water vapor, we can again condense it to form a water again, isn't it? Like for example, when we are boiling a water in a utensil and we put a lid over it, then what happens? The water boils and if you open the lid, you will see the water droplets are present over the lid. That is the process of condensation. What is happening there? The vapor is again getting converted into water. Okay. So in this process, what we can do? We can again take back the salt. We can again reform the salt and water. So first, this is a physical change because no new substance is being formed. Why no new substance is formed? Because the molecule of salt is not changing and the molecule of water is also not changing. Though they are mixing together, but the molecules are not changing. So it is a physical change. And secondly, it is a reversible change because we can get the salt and water back. So it is a reversible change. Okay. Then we have talked about this experiment, this activity number 2 we have talked about. So what is activity number 2? So in this activity, what we have done, we have taken in this bottle, we have taken a washing soda, okay, and we have added few amount of water, that is 50 ml of water we have added, and we'll put a lemon juice. ठीक, तो क्या होगा इसमें से bubbles will come out. All right, bubbles will come out. Getting my point? So bubbles will come out here. Okay, now when we will put this burning matchstick in front of this bottle, what will happen? This matchstick will get extinguished. Now why this matchstick will get extinguished? Because from here the carbon dioxide is released. What is released? The bubble that is formed is of carbon dioxide. Okay, and in the presence of carbon dioxide the matchstick will extinguish. Like जब हमको कोई भी कैंडल ब्लो करनी होती तो हम क्या करते हैं? हम फूंकते हैं. तो when we blow off the air from our mouth, carbon dioxide is released and the candle or matchstick gets extinguished. Similarly, in this reaction here, in this chemical reaction where lime water is added with with washing soda, carbon dioxide is released to form a, like, carbon dioxide is released and which will extinguish the matchstick. Okay, so here there is certain chemical reaction taking place, isn't it? We have already talked about what is chemical reaction. So what type of chemical reaction is taking place here? Here what is happening? Washing soda is getting mixed with lemon juice to give carbon dioxide and other product. Okay, so washing soda and lemon juice is reactant. It is a reactant, whereas carbon dioxide and other product is a product. This is a product, and this complete is a chemical reaction. Getting it? So this is a chemical reaction. All right, chemical reaction has reactant and product. So the things that are mixed is called reactant and the result that we get is product. Okay, जो आप पढ़ाई कर रहे हो that is a reactant. जब आप एग्जाम देके रिजल्ट देते हो तो that is a product. Okay, so when we are mixing two things, it is a reactant. When it is converting into giving another product, it is called product. Okay, so this we have talked about. So we have seen the chemical reaction. Children, before that, let's see what is a catalyst. So in a chemical reaction, whenever there is a change taking place, अगर हमें किसी भी chemical reaction की speed को बढ़ाना है या घटाना है, then we use another substance to add over it, and that is called catalyst. Let's see. Some chemical changes require the presence of another substance which itself does not go any change. ठीक है, किसी भी केमिकल रिएक्शन को करने के लिए हमें कुछ एक्स्ट्रा सब्सटेंस उसमें ऐड करना पड़ता है ताकि वो स्पीड अप हो जाए रिएक्शन. ठीक है, and the thing that we add, the substance that we add is called catalyst. Okay, it changes water and carbon dioxide in the presence of sunlight. This you need not know, only you should know that what is catalyst. So catalyst is a substance that is added, okay, and it will speed up the reaction. Okay, this is called catalyst. So we have talked about the reaction between washing soda and lemon juice. Let's see, there are few more examples. So thus we thus see that when substances are mixed, it can result in physical or chemical change. This depends on the substance that are mixed and also on the condition. For example, if iron and sulfur are mixed, no chemical change occur. चिल्ड्रन, ऐसा जरूरी नहीं होता है कि जब भी हम दो सब्सटेंस को मिक्स कर रहे हैं तो हमेशा कोई नया प्रोडक्ट ही हमें मिले. ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि वो रिएक्ट ही ना करें एक दूसरे से. ओके, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल आयरन एंड सल्फर. सो आई विल शो यू द फिगर. I'll show you the figure here. So see, this is iron and this is sulfur. The yellow is sulfur and this gray is iron. So when we are mixing the iron and sulfur together, it is not showing any reaction. कोई नया प्रोडक्ट नहीं बन रहा है यहाँ पे, ठीक है, वो बस दोनों मिक्स हो जा रहे हैं और हम इसको इजीली सेपरेट भी कर सकते हैं when we are using a magnet. So if we use a magnet, the iron filling will get attached to the magnet and we can easily separate it out. Okay, so here also two substances are mixed but no chemical reaction is taking place. These two substances are mixed but no such chemical changes is taking place here. Okay, so this is not a chemical change. Let's see what is written in the chapter. So alright, so for example, if iron and sulfur are mixed, so you have seen the diagram of iron and sulfur, no chemical change occur. But when the mixture is heated, अगर हम इस mixture को गर्म कर देते हैं, it glows after some time and black substance is formed. The black substance is different compound with entirely different property from those of iron and sulfur. Okay, so heating a mixture of iron and sulfur result in chemical change. Getting my point? So let's see again. Let's see the figure again. So see children, in this figure, when we are adding iron filling and sulfur, no new substance is formed. So this is a physical change. This is a physical change. Okay, but when we are boiling this mixture, the mixture of iron and sulfur, when we are boiling it, then a black substance is formed. As you can see in this test tube at the bottom, a new black substance is formed after heating it. Okay, so because after heating the mixture, new substance with new property is formed, this is called chemical change. पहले ये फिजिकल चेंज था, लेकिन जब हमने इसको गर्म किया तो ये नया सब्सटेंस फॉर्म किया, तो नाउ इट बिकम्स अ केमिकल चेंज. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? So the mixture of iron filling and sulfur when heated gives a chemical change. So here as you can see that the black substance is formed at the bottom in the test tube. So this is a chemical change. Getting my point? So let's see the chapter again. So it is a chemical change. I hope it is clear to you. Cooking of food is another example of a chemical change, because when we are cooking anything, we cannot get back the raw vegetables again. Okay, so that is a chemical change. Getting it? And we are also getting a new substance. So chemical changes can also occur under other condition. For example, when solution of solid are mixed or when electricity is passed through the mixture. Even when electricity is passed through the mixture, then also the new substance can be formed. Okay, let's see what is activation energy. So what is activation energy, children? The energy that is required to initiate any burning process. Like most chemical reaction needs certain amount of energy to start. A matchstick starts burning only when a sufficient heat is supplied to it by striking it. A candle starts burning only when heat energy is supplied to it by a burning of matchstick. So the energy required to start a chemical reaction is called activation energy. Like when we are burning the matchstick, we need to strike it over the matchbox. Yes. So when we are striking it, और जब उसको उतनी एनर्जी मिलती है, then only that matchstick burns. Same goes with the candle. हम कैंडल के पास जब matchstick लेके जाते हैं, so when that candle will get the activation energy, then only it will start burning. Getting it? So that energy that requires For any substance to start burning or any chemical reaction to take place, it is called activation energy. Getting it? Now, moving ahead with the next topic, that is some more examples of physical and chemical changes. So now children, you have to tell me whether these changes are physical or chemical or reversible or irreversible. So let's start with the first one, that is boiling, evaporation and condensation. So what is boiling? जब हम पानी गर्म कर रहे हैं and it is the bubbles come out and vapor come out, it is boiling. Okay. Now when vapor is released, it is called evaporation. Okay. और जब हम उसके ऊपर कोई लिड रख देते हैं और जो वेपर है वो वापस से वाटर ड्रॉपलेट्स में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, इट इज कॉल्ड कंडेंसेशन. गेटिंग इट? नाउ टेल मी, is it a reversible or irreversible process, physical or chemical process? Quickly think over it and tell me whether the boiling, evaporation and condensation is a reversible or irreversible process or physical or chemical change. Quickly. Okay, so let's discuss. So this is a beaker. We are boiling the water and at 100 degrees Celsius it is getting converted into steam, that is gas. Okay, now we have put a lid over it and gas is again getting converted into water. Okay, so first tell me, what it is, reversible or irreversible? So it is definitely reversible process क्योंकि we are getting back the water from the gas. So it is a reversible process. Is it physical or chemical? So when we are boiling the water and it is converted into gas, any new substance is being formed? No, no new substance is formed. The water will remain water. The water will remain H2O only. In case of liquid also, in case of vapor also, it will remain H2O only. Okay. So the molecule is not changing. The internal structure is not changing. So it is a physical process. So boiling, evaporation and condensation is reversible and physical process. Getting it? Now, moving to next. Rusting of iron. What is rusting of iron? So when there is a brown coating over the iron, it is called rusting of iron. Okay. When this iron is exposed to water and air, the brown coating is appearing, like brown coating starts to appear over this iron. This is called rusting. In Hindi we call it junk lag jati hai. So this is called rusting. Now children, tell me, is it reversible or irreversible? Definitely it is irreversible because we cannot get back the same iron nail again in the same iron form. We cannot get it back. So this is irreversible. And when this rusting takes place, a physical appearance is changing, property is changing and completely a new substance is being formed. Okay. So when a new substance is formed, it is a chemical change. So rusting of iron is irreversible and chemical change. Okay. Now next we have melting of solids. So take for example chocolates. So chocolate is a solid. It starts to melt. So is it a reversible or irreversible process? Can we again get back the chocolate back after melting? Yes, definitely we can get back the chocolate. Okay, like when we purchase a chocolate from the market और अगर हम उसको फ्रिज में ना रखें, बाहर रख दे तो वो मेल्ट हो जाता है. Okay, but again when we put it in a refrigerator, it again gets solidified. Okay, so it is a reversible process. Is it physical or chemical? Definitely it is physical change. Why? Because after melting, no new substance is being formed. So it is a physical process. Okay. Now children, here comes the twist. The twist is in this example, that is burning of candle. So children, burning of candle, we say it as it is a both physical and chemical process. So let's see how burning of candle is both physical and chemical process. So we have talked about boiling, evaporation and condensation. We have talked about rusting. Okay. We have also seen melting of solid. So now let's come back to the burning of candle. Children, when we burn a candle, क्या होता है? Let's see again. Let's see the figure here. So the white portion or any portion is a wax. Yes. Above it is called wick. उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? Wick. Let me show it to you. So see, this is a candle. Okay, this is a wax. Here, this is a wax, and the upper part of thread. ये आपको दिख रहा है? This is a wick. क्या बोलते हैं हम इसको? Wick. W-I-C-K. Wick. This is called wick. Okay. So when we burn this candle, what happens? The wick burns. ये जलता है, and candle melts. The wax melts. This is a wax and this is a thread. Okay. So thread जलता है and wax melt होता है. Getting it? Now, when this wax is melting with the help of a capillary action is like the wax or the liquid wax is rising over this wick. इसमें क्या होता है? धीरे धीरे rise हो जाता है, जिसकी वजह से ये wick जलता है. Okay? So, when we are burning the candle, the wax is melted and the liquid wax is transferring and rising in this wick. Okay. Now, the melting of wax, because when the wax is melted, no new substance is formed. So, it is a physical change. It is a physical change. But when we are burning the wick, okay, heat is produced and also certain gases are released like carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. So few gases are released. So burning of wick is a chemical change, but melting of wax is a physical change. Getting it? Burning of wick or burning of wax is a chemical change, whereas melting of wax is burning of wax is a chemical change, whereas melting of wax is a physical change. Getting it? Let's see the PowerPoint. That will be more clear. So see here. Wick is burning and various gases are released. Okay. So this is a chemical change. Wax is melting and no new substance is formed. So it is a physical change. Wax is being dripped, मतलब वो बह जाता है. So dripping of wax is again a physical change. Getting it? So burning of candle is both physical and chemical change. Let's see what is written in the chapter. So burning of candle. What do you observe when a candle burns? Heat and light are given off. Yes. The wax melts and drips. Drips मतलब वो बहने लगता है. And the candle becomes shorter. Correct? This we know. We have already seen that burning is a chemical change in which heat and light are given off. Like for example, when we were burning the paper. So when we are burning the paper, heat and light is produced and new substance like ash of paper was formed. So it was a chemical change. Okay. But it is not solid or liquid wax that burns. क्या बर्न होता है? एक्चुअली द वैक्स वेपर दैट बर्न्स, जो वैक्स का वेपर होता है दैट बर्न्स. ओके, तो वैक्स वेपर इज प्रेजेंट ओवर द wick. ओके, so the heat of flame melts the wax. wick गर्म हो रहा है जिसकी वजह से वैक्स मेल्ट हो जा रहा है. So this is a physical change of wax. When a wax is melted, it is a physical change. Okay, the liquid wax creeps up the wick by what is known as capillary action. What is capillary action? Like for example, when we are watering the plant, ठीक है, तो हम पानी कहाँ डालते हैं? हम soil में पानी डालते हैं, isn't it? We put the water in the soil, but slowly and gradually what happens? The water rises up and it is transferred to all the parts of the plant. Okay, this is one of the example of capillary action. This is one of the example of capillary action. So what is capillary action? So when we are putting a small pipe or a small thread to it, then the liquid rises up with the help of certain forces. So that is called capillary action. Okay, so with the help of capillary action, what happens? The melted liquid will rise over the wick. Okay, and it will start burning, releasing several gases. So the heat from the flame vaporizes the liquid wax. This is also a physical change. But when the wax vapor burns, it is a chemical change. The heat of flame keeps melting the wax, thus shortening the candle. Okay, various gases are released. So that is a chemical change. Melting of wax is a physical change, whereas burning of the wick is a chemical change. So I hope you are clear with this, that wax undergoes both chemical and physical change when candle burns. Okay, so this was about the chapter. Okay, we'll discuss the oral question answers now, or let's talk about, like, we'll discuss the oral question answer later in the next class. Okay, we'll also discuss this activity 4. So this activity 4 I'll ask you when we are having a Zoom class next. Okay, so children, that was about the chapter. Please read the chapter completely. Okay, children, read the chapter very carefully. We have completed the exercise, we have completed the explanation of the chapter. In next class, we'll do the oral question and exercise of the chapter. Till then, for today, your homework is first to read the chapter, second to learn the difference between physical and chemical change, and third to write the new words in your fair notebook of chemistry. You will continue in the same old fair notebook. Okay, you will continue in the same notebook. You will not make a new notebook. Okay, so what are your homeworks, children? First, you will read the chapter. Second, you will learn the difference between physical and chemical change, and third, you will write new words in your fair notebook. So how you are going to write it? First, you will write the name of chapter, date, today's date, okay, and then you will write a new words. You will use blue and black pen both. Alright, so be neat in your fair notebook. Okay, so that's all for today's class, children. Thank you and Jai Hind everyone.